I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? It is a great day. And let me tell you something. I am so very honored today to have such amazing guests on my show. I mean, this is once in a lifetime that you get to meet people like this, talk to people like this. This is amazing. And I am just so in love with their books, with their characters, with everything that they're doing. And I want to thank them so much for being on the show. So today we're going to be having a longtime shout out guest that I've had, and they wrote books and just everything. And so they come together, and I'm just going to let them tell you. So thank you so much for calling in. Please tell everybody your name and, and a little bit about you.
My name is Jimmy Francis. I'm 25 years old. I've been in jail now for almost 3 years. So before I came to jail, I was working. I was trying to get my own business started up. I have 2 kids out there. I came from a little small town in PA. So I got about another 7 years to do. And at the moment, I'm just trying to take everything step by step, keeping on touch on laws. I just got this book from another inmate and started reading it. And I honestly, God, love the ideas all through it. I love the conversations all through it.
I absolutely love that. And how are you doing in there? You okay? I mean, it's hard to do the time that you have to do, but are you mentally ready to do this book? And how do you feel about this book?
So, it took a little bit to get used to it and to get it through my head that I got another 7 years to do. The hardest part is being away from family. Honestly.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest things that you got to try to get used to, getting through just phone calls. And it's still coming off the COVID pandemic. We can't get in-person visits and only 2 visits a month here. So it's just something you got to cope with.
And I think that you guys are doing an amazing job in there, and that, what you're doing is just revolutionary. I've never heard of this. I've never heard of
the reparations that they bring up after the unity part. It's something that like I said, I've never heard of it. I never even heard of it in history class, nothing like that. It opens a whole different perspective. The book opens a whole different perspective because it gets a perspective view from everybody. I love the interviews that they have in that book.
Mm-hmm.
That way you kind of get a little idea of what everybody thinks of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. The Unity of the Forgotten is one of the books that was written, and also the reparations one is pretty fairly new, right? So, I mean,
like I said, I grew up in a small town in PA. There was no African Americans. I'll be honest. There was none until about my 4th grade year in elementary school. Family came into Philadelphia, and I became very good friends with one kid. And my family, so my grandparents, they were stuck in the old way. They honest God were. And when I finally brought my buddy over from school, they absolutely fell in love with him, fell in love with his family. It was crazy how one person completely changed the outlook on them. And having them come to, because before they came to my school, there was no African Americans in our school. There was no Hispanic, nobody. It was predominantly white. And it changed the outlook on everybody, and it helped everybody be different.
Mm-hmm.
It was blessing, honestly.
Wow. Okay. So then you say, as a white American, you have literally had to go through a lot of different things, and I'm sorry, that this wasn't introduced to you sooner, because I mean, people need to be together, no matter what color. We're all on this earth together, experiencing life together.
Coming to jail is what changed my complete outlook on racism, because you see it from every side. It isn't just racism from one side, it's from all sides. And I've sat down with multiple different inmates, and we've had talks and discussions about this, especially after this book. There's a couple other people that read it, suggested them to read it, and it changed their outlook also. The biggest thing is that people don't realize that we, like you described it, we are all in this together. We're all on Earth. We're all the same person. We all bleed the same color, no matter what. So we all need to come together as a person. That's it. And I mean, it doesn't. It shouldn't be the way it's set. Still, like there's still so much racism going on, and it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, it shouldn't be, but it is. Have you ever discussed the topic of reparations for the African American community before reading the book Unity of the Forgotten?
I have not. I've never even heard of it. Like I said earlier, even in history class throughout high school and elementary school, I've never heard of the 40 acres of fuel, reparations, none of it. Oh, God.
Well, what do you think about the reparations concept presented by the book?
I honestly think that it's an amazing idea. It's one of the couple amazing ideas in the book that I really like. So the fact that it's asking your own community to take from themselves to help the younger generation. A lot of people look at it like this. Why? What's the point of keeping going if I know I can't go into college? But now there's an incentive to where, like, hey, I can actually go to college. I can actually better my life. It's an amazing idea, honestly.
That's good. It's kind of funny. I mean, do you really think it can work though?
I honestly believe it can work if you get the community on board and explain it like the book does. It's just another. I mean, honestly, it's giving back to kids that are growing up. They will see that they have an opportunity to make their life better. It will have them wanting to stay in school, wanting to go to college to get a degree. I mean, if I had the chance when I was a kid and I realized that there was a chance like that, I would have most definitely stayed in school. I would have got my diploma and I would have went to college. I mean, who doesn't want to do that? When you're in school, you think like, wow, if I can go to college, why wouldn't I? You know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I think that would be great. I mean, these kids need something different to do. And they definitely need education. Yeah, definitely. And as a white American, do you believe your community would be accepting to this plan?
I believe they would, because like it's described in the book, you're not asking any other community to take out of their money, out of their taxes. You're asking your own community to be able to help your own. That's the biggest thing. So I would not see at all why they would have a problem with it, honestly. And the only reason why I could see that they would positively be a little upset is because they didn't think of it first for themselves, honestly. Because it's like I said, it's an amazing concept and it's a great idea.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, yeah, they might just be a little bit mad because they didn't do it first. Themselves.
Like I said,
yeah, it makes themselves look good, right? They don't have that now. It's kind of stripped from them. My goodness, I never thought about it like that.
So that's the only thing. It's an amazing idea, and I personally think it should be taken to Congress to be able to see if it can actually be done. Because you aren't asking any other community, you're asking your own community to be able to help out the younger generation.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I want to thank you so much for, being on the show, for sharing your story, and for, and just for your outlook is different now. how does that make you feel that this has changed for you? And knowing that you're going to be coming out, how is that going to change you when you come out?
So coming out of here, when I finally do get out, it's just a complete different outlook. Because, like I said, when I came to jail, I didn't realize how much racism was going on until I came to jail, honest to God. And it's nice to be able to get together people from all races now and try to work together to bring everybody together, because it shouldn't be segregated like it is. So once I get out, I would love to keep on in the program, try to get a hold of maybe the author, even keep this going, even on the outside, because the world needs it. We need to be united, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you, and I hope nothing but the best for you, for your future.
Well, thank you for letting me come on the show, and thank you for letting me share it. I appreciate it.
Anytime. And I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to have the link to that book in the description box below so that you guys can share in on the experience and also understand a little bit more about what is really going on in the world. Until next time, guys. Bye.